If you have negative beliefs that hold you back, that impede that you can rise, that you impede that you can achieve what you want, then you're gonna be in a reality where it's a lot harder to be happy, a lot harder to achieve what you want. This is like the glue that glues the belief. That's the emotion that is down at the belief. If you feel not good enough, you have the belief, and underneath the belief is the feeling of not being good enough. And why are beliefs so important? Really understand this. Because your beliefs create your reality. And this is of course also the reason why we take on the beliefs, because we think that they give us a certain benefits. And after this video, you will know exactly how to find out the belief that is holding you back, how to test if this is the right belief, and how to change it. Connect to everything, creation. How does it feel like? You ask the question and you feel the feelings. You get the download, so to speak. It will be much easier for your system to let go of this old belief. We are set up to integrate our new belief. Ready to rumble, my friends, ready to rumble. Again, if you choose your beliefs, you choose the reality you live in. Welcome to this new video. And this video will be a really important one. And I know I say this in every video, but it's such a crucial topic to understand that it's even more important than the other videos. Because in this video I'm gonna talk about beliefs. And I'm gonna talk about how exactly beliefs influence your life, how you can change your belief, and why it's so important. And it's in the morning here in Austria, so I need a bit that I get going, but we will do it, guys, we will do it. But also this YouTube channel, like, what's the purpose of this channel? It's not as much to be entertaining, although I really try to do that, but it's more to really help people that need help in those areas, that maybe feel that there's more to life, that want to change, that want to thrive. And I hope to this knowledge and what I have learned over the years, that I can pass that on, that I can inspire and even change the world in a sense, you know, because why not, right? If it's fun to do. And let's talk about this topic. So, beliefs. And I made another video also where I talked about not being good enough, the feeling of not being good enough, and how you can actually change that. I will link this video here, so if you're interested in that, also check that out. And there I said, you know, we can choose our beliefs. And this is the first point, and probably the most crucial point of all, that you can choose your beliefs. You don't have to believe, first of all, what society wants you to believe. And secondly, what you have learned in your upbringing. Beliefs are not something, even it says the word, it's a belief, you know, it's not a fact, a truth. It's not something that is written in stone. It's subjective. And this is important to understand, because that means that we can choose our beliefs. And why are beliefs so important? Really understand this. Because your beliefs create your reality. What you believe to be true is true in your reality. So if you change what you believe to be true, and if you consciously choose your beliefs and choose the beliefs that benefit you, that you like, that are aligned with your purpose, that give you benefits, that make you feel good, then you will also live in a reality that is like this. If you have negative beliefs that hold you back, that impede that you can rise, that you impede that you can achieve what you want, then you're gonna be in a reality where it's a lot harder to be happy, a lot harder to achieve what you want, and negative beliefs can hold you back so much. They can hold you back so much. So what we believe automatically is also what we achieve and conceive. So after this nice rhyme that I just made up, we can really make this, believe, achieve, conceive. So first of all, we have to believe. And this is important, like I have to stress this also another time. It's like going in a shop and buying your underwear. You don't have to wear the underwear that you have been given, so to speak, right? You can literally go in the shop, say, this underwear, I don't like this, I rather take Armani or Cristiano Ronaldo's underwear or whatever underwear you like. But it's important to know that you can choose, It's literally as simple as this. And after this video, you will know exactly how to find out the belief that is holding you back, how to test if this is the right belief, and how to change it, and how to ingrain the new belief. And you have all the tools necessary to do that. Like I said, beliefs are the filter of our reality. And I will give you an example to show you how this influences your life. Let's say, for example, you have the belief money is the root of all evil. Now, imagine this, I had this belief, for example, or something similar, and I changed it to money is good, money is positive, money makes me happy. So imagine you're talking to someone and this person is fairly successful. And now, if you have the belief money is the root of all evil, you think this person is evil unconsciously, of course. And you won't see the same opportunities. Maybe you can collaborate with this person. Maybe you can make a business together with this person. Maybe a new opportunity opens. Also, when you want to sell something to a client, you will be more hesitant to ask for money. You will be like a bit weird about it, Yeah, this costs so and so much, So if you think money is good, I deserve money for my work. And money is just energy, it's just neutral energy. It's not bad or evil, it's what we make out of it, that it's bad or evil. Then you can really be free of that and use money and be free in using money. But the same thing is also if you have the belief rich people are so successful, they are so loved, like society, right? Rich people is the standard, this is what we want to aspire. You're also a slave to money. You always want to earn money. You want to earn more and more and more and more money, because the more money you have, do you think the better you are? And then you making money your purpose, So this is also something not so good, because not because money is bad or because earning money is bad, but simply because you put, again, something outside to make you feel good. And you are a slave to it. If you don't make money, you feel bad. If you make money, you feel good. Rather, do what you love, follow your real purpose, and then you make money as a side product, so to speak. But this is just one example. The same goes, for example, with the belief, I don't deserve to be loved. If you have this belief, you can never truly be in a relationship with the other sex and let the love land, Allow yourself to be loved, that you deserve the love. You will always freak out in relationships. You will maybe also sabotage the relationship. There will be drama in the relationship. And really look at this, A lot of people have this belief. This can influence your life so much. I don't deserve to be loved. You won't even allow yourself to feel happy, to feel loved. And this is exactly why I do this video, so you become aware of this. So people become aware of this and they can consciously choose their belief, and you can choose your reality. So claim your power back, and we continue. How do we find out a belief? We find out a core belief. Now this is about finding out the core belief, because imagine this. This is the foundation of the belief. first, before we go into this, let's understand how beliefs get created. Especially when we grow up, when we are little, you know. We are really egocentric narcissists. It's also called the narcissistic phase of development. That means basically, and we all know someone who is still in this phase of development, but that basically means that we think everything revolves around us as a kid. That means if your parents are happy, it's because of you. If your parents are sad, it's because of you. So everything is related to us. We can't yet differentiate between us and, so to speak, the reality of another person, which would be our parent. Now, let's say we are sad. Let's make a sad face here. And we cry, you know? And our parents are not there for us. They don't comfort us. A kid will not think, oh, my parents don't have time for me, you know? It's not my fault, and it can be that they don't have time. As a kid will think, I'm not good enough, that's why they don't take care of me. I don't deserve the love, apparently. Another example, let's say the kid is really loud at the table, and the father is like, shut up! We don't talk like this on the table, or something like that, you know. The father would be louder than on the table. But let's say a kid is really loud and the father is like really angry and aggressive. Now, the kid doesn't think, my dad is an asshole and he has his own issues and own trauma, that's why he reacts like this. The kid will think automatically, oh, when I'm loud, I don't be loved. When I'm loud, it's dangerous. So you get the belief, I can't express myself, that's dangerous. And you create this belief. And now we have all the influences when we grow up. We have all the influences from school, from the media, and from other people that all want to give us belief. And as kids, we are so subjective. I know I didn't pronounce it right, but you know what you mean. It basically means it's so easy to influence us as kids because our brain is in development and we take everything on in our environment. So this is when we take on the most beliefs, when we grow up, and there's so many influences. Of course, we also take on good beliefs, you know, that can also be. And those beliefs we want to keep, of course. And then there are the beliefs that are passed on from society, the beliefs that are inherent to your family, especially, and so on and so forth. Now that we understand, or that you understand also, how beliefs got created, we really need to think to ourselves, okay, I have got all these beliefs, you weren't conscious of choosing them as a child. Now the question remains, do you want to keep believing those beliefs? And here also the same analogy as in the video of I'm not feeling good enough with the elephant. In India, they have the baby elephants, they tie them to a wood. It's not a tree trunk, it's just a wood in the ground. And as baby elephants, they're not strong enough to tear the wood away and basically, you know, go. So they learn that I can't move when I'm tied to this wood. Now when they grow up and they're big elephants, they could easily tear this wood away. But they still have the belief that if I'm tied to this wood, I can't move. They don't even try it because they still believe if I'm tied to this wood, I can't move. The same goes for us. If we learned, for example, as a kid, this and that, this belief and this belief, and we got that passed on from our parents, we don't need to keep that belief. We don't have to be the elephant that still believes he can't move. We can say we empower ourselves and we change our beliefs. We choose our reality, so to speak. And we are all, so to speak, creators and have the power to manifest, in this sense, literally, to choose our beliefs. Now, to understand beliefs better, let's look at this. A lot of our beliefs lie in our subconscious, unconscious, and influence your life like this. And I will give you an example for this. And it's important that we go and find out the root belief. Why? Because this is the belief where all the other stuff is built upon. And this is the strongest belief, so to speak. Now, you can imagine if we change this belief, right, just this will crumble. But we want to get to the root, eradicate the root belief. Like this, the whole building of illusion will collapse in itself. The house of cards will collapse. And this is what we basically want to achieve. Let me just take a sip of tea here. So, now, I give you an example. And how do we find out this belief? And we find out the belief through questions. And especially, what would be the worst thing is a good question that could happen. What would be the worst thing that could happen? Now we take, for example, someone has a fear of planes. You know? And now this person thinks, okay, I have a fear of planes because I just have a fear of planes. And he's not really aware of the real reason why he has a fear, not of planes, but more to fly, right? Maybe not of planes. And let's say here it's his conscious mind right now, because he's just conscious of this belief, of this fact. I'm scared of flying. He doesn't know why, he doesn't really understand why. Now, we want to question this and get to the root belief. And we will find the root belief when we find the fear, or like the belief that is repeating itself, when it doesn't go deeper. I tell you this, let's say here I'm scared of flying. Okay, now you ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen if you fly? Yeah, the plane crashes. Okay, what's the worst thing when the plane crashes? Yeah, then I would die, of course, that's the worst thing, right? What would be the worst thing if you die? If I die, I couldn't help the people that I love. I would just leave them alone. What would be the worst thing if you would leave the people alone and couldn't help? Yeah, then I would be a bad person. I would disappoint them. I would disappoint my family, that I'm not there for them anymore. I would hurt my family. What's the worst thing if you would hurt your family? Then I would be, yeah, a bad person. What would be the worst thing if you're a bad person? Then I wouldn't be loved. Now, what's the worst thing if you wouldn't be loved? The worst thing that I would be alone. What's the worst thing if I would be alone? That I wouldn't be loved. What's the worst thing if you wouldn't be loved? That I'm alone. Right? Okay. Of course you can't read my writing, but I hope it's pretty clear now. This is how you find it out. You know then the belief is I'm alone and I'm not loved. Those are the things. You know, we can also see, okay, maybe this person thinks, we know a lot about this person now from this example. We know, okay, maybe this person thinks he's a bad person and he has to help other people in order to be loved. And the real fear is that if he dies, he can't help other people anymore, and then he's alone and he is not loved. Now, of course, this is not rational, because if you die, you won't experience this anymore. But this is not, our mind is not rational like this, you know. So when he goes to a plane, he's not scared of dying. He's not scared of the flying. He is actually the most scared of being alone. And basically, we are not scared of death, but we are more scared what comes after death. Are we alone? Are we loved if we die? What happens if we die? You know? But this is a topic for another video. Maybe in 10 years, I can tell you the answers to this also. So, but now we stay at changing beliefs. So, but it's also really important. Now, we found out the core belief. And I will show you now 2 methods of testing this belief and seeing if it's real. And there are 2 ways. First, this is like a muscle test, and you just put your hands like these 2 rings basically together, and first you test your yes and your no. I will demonstrate. You say, I am Raffaello. Okay. I am Xaver. And you can see there is not as much force as if you say the truth, you know, and your body knows if it's true or not. Now you take the same example, you know, and you say, I don't deserve to be loved. And you can see, look, for me, okay, I solved this belief, but I also had this exact belief, and so to speak, I had this belief and I changed it. Now, you also have a second option, and just really see what works better for you. Hope you can see me here. And you just stand and you find your balance, and it's about if your body goes forward or backwards. And just don't try to influence it, and just feel where it's pulling you. And you can say, my name is Raffaello. I go forward, so that's forward is yes. My name is John. It's pulling me backwards. And now you say, I don't deserve to be loved. And it's going back, so it's a no. And maybe you think, wow, hui. And maybe you think, okay, maybe, you know, this guy is crazy, this Austrian, telling me this stuff. But just try it out for yourself and really change the belief that I will show you now how to change it. And then try the same exercise. And then see, can you really feel a difference? Is it pulling you forward or backwards? Or can you feel a difference in your strength? And you can just feel, this statement is not true for me anymore. For the truth for me anymore, it doesn't resonate with me. You know, I just know it, that it's not my truth anymore. So, so let me tell you how we change beliefs. And this is now the crucial part, to change the belief. Now, after we found out what belief we have, let's say we have the belief, because it fits perfectly to the other video, I am not good enough. That's the belief. And now you want to change this belief. And like I said, again, maybe you still think this is true for you, but be aware that you can literally choose your beliefs. So you see this belief, I am not good enough. And then you think to yourself, do I want this belief or not? Okay, I don't want it. Just decide that. And decide, I take the belief, I am good enough. And just by doing this, by putting awareness on it, by making that decision, and you can empower yourself. I can, yes, I can decide. It's as easy as that. Just by making this decision, you already, and by making it conscious that you have this belief and putting awareness on it, the process already starts. And we are already changing the belief now, just by doing simply this action, because we can hypnotize ourselves, we can change our brain. And just by doing this, you can do it. Now, to really go deeper into this, you know, go in a meditative state and connect with everything. Connect with your environment, connect with the world, connect with the whole universe. Feel that expansion, that energy of creation, so to speak. And connect to that energy, to that power. And with this power, you just ask creation, so to speak. Creation. It is set upon a decide to change the belief, I am not good enough, to the belief, I am good enough. And really breathe in that new reality. And you feel that. You know, and really feel that I am good enough. It's just a decision, not more, not less. Now, have to be careful here. This belief, though, has a lot of benefits for us still, the old belief. And this is, of course, also the reason why we take on the beliefs, because we think that they give us a certain benefit. Let's take the example again of the child that I brought before, that thought I am not deserve of being loved. Now, the child takes on this belief for multiple reasons, you know, so it doesn't have to blame the parents and still gets the love of the parents. So it's like, and for safety reasons maybe also, because this makes him feel safe. If I don't blame the parents, then I'm safe. So I rather believe I'm not good enough and I don't deserve to be loved than to be unsafe. Or also maybe as a motivation. Maybe the father just, or the parents just gave you recognition and love if you achieved something. So you learn, okay, I don't love myself, but it's a motivation to get loved. That's how I motivate me. And a lot of people are in that paradigm, that they need to achieve something, that they need to have a certain condition to be loved. But I will show you at the same time now how you can have the best of both worlds, which is what we want. Now, let's say I'm not good enough gives you motivation. Maybe it gives you compassion for others that feel the same. And you write down all the benefits of this bad belief that you had. Motivation, compassion, safety. And it gives you comfort. So motivation to be good enough, compassion for others that feel the same, so you can relate to them. Safety, because you don't have to do stuff that is dangerous, stuff that will challenge you. And comfort, because you can rationalize if you don't achieve something. You know, I'm not good enough, so that's the reason why. That's why I'm in my position, because I'm not good enough. It's not my fault, right? Really get that victim mentality out now. So, now, I am good enough. And we want to get the same benefits here. And shortly before I explain you how to get the same benefits, also understand this. Let's say this is the belief structure, and this was the core belief that we said. And here it's also emotion, of course. This is like the glue that glues the belief. That's the emotion that is down at the belief. If you feel not good enough, you have the belief, and underneath the belief is the feeling of not being good enough, right? And let go of that feeling before. Like, breathe in that feeling. And use, for example, the Sedona method, which I will guide you through quickly now, which you just feel this feeling of not being good enough, and you are, can I allow myself to feel not good enough in this moment? Yes. If not, and you do this with the resistance, so to speak. If you can't allow yourself that you can't allow yourself now. Then you do it with that. Then you let go. Now you say, can I let this feeling go for this moment? Yes, I let it go. Would I let go of this feeling if I could? Yes. When do you let it go? You ask yourself. Now. And you let it go. The feeling of good enough, not being good enough, you let it go. You feel through it. And this is how you get this energy that is stuck with this belief out. It can dissipate. You let it go. Just let nature, just let your body do the healing. It's not so complicated. Now, we are set up to integrate our new belief. Ready to rumble, my friends, ready to rumble. So, again, connect with everything. And now, how does it feel like to be good enough and motivated? Oh, fuck. That's possible. It's possible. You're like, fuck, man, that's possible. Feel it in your body. I am good enough and I'm motivated at the same time. It comes out of inspiration, of love, of joy. And you're just good enough. And you just work because you love it. You just do because you love it. You don't need any incentive anymore to be motivated. Compassion. How does it feel like to be good enough and compassionate? Connect to everything. Creation. How does it feel like? You ask the question and you feel the feelings. You get the download, so to speak. You feel that, you feel that. And now how does it feel to be good enough and to be safe? How does it feel to be good enough and to be in comfort? And you do this with every positive thing that you got from here. And what does this do? Maybe you think, wow, this Austrian guy is really crazy now, talking about all the spiritual stuff. But first of all, we're all spiritual. But second of all, this gives your body the feelings and the reference experiences that it is possible, or your brain, so to speak, to be good enough and to have these things. So it will be much easier for your system to let go of this old belief. Because before it was like, okay, I have this bad belief and those negatives, but I get those positives in return. So it's worth it. I'm safer, I'm more compassionate, I'm motivated. Maybe I also get the love because I chase it. So it's beautiful. But now you're like, look, you can have this and all the benefits. There's no, in Austria you say, kein Haken bei der Sache, which means there's no hidden, stuff that will fuck you over, like in a contract. No, it's possible. You can have the best of both worlds. And this, my friends, will change everything. That's the game changer that you need. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Now you just have to do the work, basically. You find out your old beliefs and just use your problems as a guidance, because life tells you what needs to be looked at. You don't need to do so. You know which problems you have in your life. Maybe you not feel good enough. Maybe you have relationship problems. Maybe even health problems. And you take this inquiry, so to speak, inquire, find out the belief, let go of the emotion beneath. Choose your new beliefs, benefits of the new belief, and integrate it. Now, other things that are helpful to integrate the belief is affirmations. This is really powerful. And really take here, just if you really can't yet fully believe, you let go of the old belief and I am good enough. Then you can slowly start to build it up, you know. You can be like, I am good enough. Relatively often, or something like that. Or you can say, I'm a good person. You know? So you just start slowly, so to speak. Say, I'm a good person in the mirror. I'm a good person. And it's important that you mean it when you say it. You are good enough. You are a good person. You deserve to be loved. And just say it and mean it in the mirror. Every morning. There's also a nice thing which is called mirror work, but again, maybe in another video. So, and then you build it up until you're like in the mirror and you say, I am good enough. I am good enough. I am good enough. Okay, my friends. Let me think if there's anything else. Yeah, not really, but I hope really this video has helped you. I hope that you empower yourself. And if you're interested in coaching with me and you want help in changing those beliefs, but also we will go much, much deeper than that. We will go beyond the individual, so to speak, even. And we will tackle things and really start to work with the truth, to work with ourselves. And this is also the ultimate truth, that is everything is love, everything is light. Even if you can't see it now, even if it's hard to believe, again, you can just choose this reality. I believe that it's true that everything is love, everything is light. And this is also why I live in a world where everything is love, everything is light. Where I can even see the love and the light and in suffering. I can see that the people suffering, that the people doing harm and evil in the world, they themselves are hurt. And I can have compassion for them. This is just a side note, but again, if you choose your beliefs, you choose the reality you live in. And this is beautiful. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. If you want a you know, message from this video, that's it. Yeah, you find the link to book a call with me down below. I also have a free Facebook group that like-minded people are together. We support each other. And it's like a nice place online, and you can also get in touch with me there. So I would really like to get to know you personally, and I really appreciate it if you watch this video until here. I really appreciate it, and I'm really grateful that you watch it until here. And with that being said, we'll see us in the next video.